In today's video, the Money Mastery site, I'm gonna give you the most important thing that you can go and use it to interact with the global stock markets. You can also juxtapose it with the local stock market that we have right here in Kenya, that is the Nairobi Securities Exchange. But all in all, today I'm gonna measure on the global stock market, how you can also be a partaker of this wealth creation from the global stock market. It is very simple and very easy. It is simplified in the most easiest way ever. Imagine you can invest with only from as little as 200 shillings. From as little as 200 shillings, you can invest into big global companies like Coca-Cola, like Tesla, AstraZeneca, Johnson and Johnson, in whatever field you like, in whatever sector you like, in whatever sector you like, you can invest in any field, in any sector, in any investment industry you like, in the global market, in the USA, or in whatever part of the world, or even locally. You can decide to invest both locally as well as globally, or you can decide to venture on global stock markets alone, or you can just decide also to say, for the local stock market, I'm investing in the banking sector, while in the global stock market, I'm investing in the utilities sector or in the medical or healthcare sector. You can diversify your investments in a very great way that will give you returns that are very immense and superb. So today is very simple, and today I'm going to take you through the step-by-step process whereby you can also be a partaker of this wealth creation journey by having to reap the fruits that are hanging very low in the global stock market prices. So hang tight. To start on it is that you just go to your Play Store or your App Store, depending on the phone you're using, and then search on HISA app, that is HISA app, then download the HISA app. After you've downloaded the HISA app, go ahead and do the KYC as required. After you've done all the KYC as required, you'll have to wait for like 1 or 2 working days for it to be approved. And then from there, you can simply and easily fund your account through your mobile money, that is through your M-Pesa or through your Airtel money. Easily and very simply, you can fund your account from as little as 200 shillings. I can even say from as little as $1. $1 right now goes at around 127, buying, selling 132 around there. So let's just put a rough figure, starting figure of 200 shillings. Imagine from as little as 200 shillings, you can invest in a company as big as Coca-Cola, as big as Tesla, as big as AstraZeneca, and many other global companies, fintech companies, healthcare companies. You can decide to venture in whatever. They are many, a myriad of them. You can decide to go through the analysis, look at how their return on investments are, look at how long are you planning to invest in a particular company, and look at how is that company growing, at what rate is it growing, how has been its historical track, what has been the track that that company has been through. Is this company a good dividend paying company if you are focusing to dividend payment? Is this company well growing? Is it showing a steady growth even through the management and the policies that they have, through whatever they are delivering to the market? Are they coming up with new ideas in order to approach the market, which will also boost the share prices of the company? There are those things that you have to consider as the nitty gritty for you to be able to invest in a particular company of your life in the global market. That is, for today's video, we are strictly focusing on the global market because the global market is as ripe as you can imagine. You can't even imagine of it. Just imagine investing in Coca-Cola, one of the best companies in which the global renowned investor Warren Buffett invested in. Just imagine to you also today coming in and partaking of those reapings, partaking of those fruits that are hanging low on the tree and they are very ripe. Coca-Cola, we have here Tesla. Actually, we are also looking forward to having SpaceX also being listed. I believe so. It will be listed very soon. But for now, we have Tesla and it is so skyrocketing. People are buying shares into techno companies. Just imagine, techno companies is now the global future. That's where we are heading as a continent, as the world in its entirety. Just imagine investing in Nasdaq. These are low hanging fruits that are ripe, and we have to grab them as time goes by, because the earlier you start to invest, the better for you, both in the local and the global stock market. Don't just focus on the local stock market, also invest in the global stock market, because they shield you also from the shilling depreciation and from the local economic fluctuations, whereby we know today the shilling can be going at this value, tomorrow we find it has increased in value or weakened in value. You see, you are shielded, you are immune from the fluctuations. We know, of course, from the recent past, actually, we've had the shilling stabilize, but we don't know the impending. So, as an investor, you have to be able to look at your metrics and be able to see that if this one happens this way, then I'm going to have this one, which is going to hold me immune from having the effects of this one. The ripples of these effects are not going to affect me directly as hard as it was, or as hard as it may have had affected me if I couldn't have these escape routes. Remember, as an investor, you have to diversify. You have to diversify locally, and also you have to diversify globally by investing into the global stock market. So these are very, very opportune chance. The process is very simple, transparent, clear. You can go to the ISA app, and also through doing your analysis of this global stock market, you can go and visit it is called Yahoo Finance. If not Yahoo Finance, we also have Google Finance, whereby you can check, you can backtrace how the company you are looking for, how has been performing, how it has been performing over the years. You can also be able to narrow down and analyze the nitty-gritty things like the PE ratios, what are the returns on investment, things like those. You can go through Yahoo Analytics or Google Finance, and be able to break down all those essentials that are going to give you the green light to invest into company A or not to invest into company B. So make sure you hold on to this, because for this one, it will actually gives you a tip and a door, an open big door into the global stock market. So don't hang around lazily thinking that, oh, you're waiting for the holy grail that will bring a sudden heavenly indicator for you to start investing in the global market. Invest in the global markets as early as now. Buy that test, even if the share price is going right now at $800 right now. Remember, it is not a must that you have the $800 for you to invest in those shares. I've just told you that you can invest from as low as 200 shillings. You can have a point of that share. And when you have a point of that share, you stand to be one of the shareholders of that company. Whereby, if that company shares their dividends, you also stand to earn those dividends through that point of a share that you held for that company, because you directly contributed to the development of that company through that shares that you have bought in that company. So don't lazy around. Don't wait for a holy grail. Don't wait for a heavenly indicator or for an angel with six wings to come and portray to you that, hey, somebody, it's now high time you buy or you engage into the global stock market. So these are very, very key thing you have to consider, because now for the global market, it gives you that flexibility. It is like investing in the local stock market through the ZD trader, where you are also given that leeway to invest with whatever amount you're gonna stake or you're gonna put into that company you're looking forward to invest. It is just the same thing as venturing to the global stock market, because when you go through the line of NSC, the precondition is that you have to buy a minimum of 100 shares. 100 shares, let's say for a company like Absa Bank, for example, if it's trading at 28 shillings, 100 shares, that is 2,800 shillings. But if you go through the ZD Trader, you can buy those shares, with as little as 200 shillings or 100 shillings, whatever amount you want to stake in. So that is the same leeway that you are being given also through the HISA app in order to venture into the global stock market, whereby you can invest from as low as 200 shillings and start your journey of investment slowly by slowly, little by little, because this is a game of compounding. Because the little that you are putting or the little that you are staking doesn't matter much. What matters much is how long are you leaving it to compound. That is the game of investing. And when you follow the, 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 the guidelines which Warren Buffett has been teaching all since, you find that the key thing to investing is compounding. And to any wealth creator, that person will always narrow down to tell you that the key thing to creating wealth or to become wealthy is always given by time. It is always a constant of time. There's always a constant of time whereby you give your wealth time, you give your investment time to to grow and to multiply and to give you now maximum returns out of the longer period of time that you can allow it to grow. Actually, if you're staking today and leave it for the next 100 years, it doesn't matter if you are investing 20, 100, or 200,000 shillings. What matters is the time, because earlier the better. If you give it much time to grow, then that means you will reap bigger harvest as compared to you start investing today and then in the next 15, 20 years, you are again thinking of cashing out. So the earlier the better.